Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Geek with Glasses Live. We are going to continue our iPhone 4 videos. In this video, I wanted to do a down and dirty speed comparison between the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 3GS. Both of these phones are in a factory state. I went ahead and actually restored my 3GS back to factory. There are no apps installed. There is no contact information set up. There is absolutely no differences between these two phones other than the fact that this one is actually going to try and connect to the network, to the AT&T network. I probably should have turned the airplane mode on for this test, but I think the iPhone 4 is going to come out on top of this test even with that. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn these both on right now. Excuse me and excuse my reach while I do so. And we will get a little bit of a speed test between the two phones and see which one actually boots up a little bit faster. The iPhone 4 does have the new A4 processor and should be significantly faster with most of your daily activities over the iPhone 3GS, which is here on the left, and again the iPhone 4 on the right. So you can see we've got the Apple logo as both systems are booting. It's been a couple of seconds now, and they actually both popped on pretty quick. They look like they both booted at roughly the same time, so that's actually a pretty interesting test. The 4G went into screensaver mode a little bit faster, but I think that's due to the fact that 3GS is not on the network anymore, and it's looking to be put on the network. So let's go ahead and I'm not sure I'll be able to do an unlock test quite at the exact same time, so I'll just go ahead and unlock each device. And let's take a look. As you can see, they're both factory. They have the exact same settings. Everything is set up identical on the two. So let's just go ahead and launch the control panel and see how quickly it launches the settings options between the two. So let's hit it. And they both look pretty much exactly the same to load up those settings. Even in the sound setting under the 4, where I had gone in and turned the sounds back to factory, it looks pretty much the same. As you can see, they're both not connected to the Wi-Fi. So let's go ahead and go back home on the 2, and my 3G's button's a little less sensitive than the iPhone 4. Let's see, another nice test. Let's go ahead and let's just open up Safari and see what happens there. So let's just pop onto Safari. As you can see, just a tad bit faster. Just a tiny bit faster on the iPhone 4 to connect to the Safari. So let's see. Let's go back home one more time. And another test would be how quick we can launch the camera app. So let's go ahead and do that and see what the difference is. And as you can see, the iPhone 4, again, just a tiny bit faster than the 3GS when launching apps in a clean state. So in a fresh state, new device feel, they're both running pretty similar in speed. Let's go ahead and open up the calendars and see what happens. And they both pop up almost identical in speed. Obviously, the iPhone is just a hair faster. And let's see, what's one more app that would actually use a little bit of time to load? I guess let's try and open up Google. Let's not do that. Let's try, how about the notepad feature? Let's see what happens. Let go. And identical speed. So from these base tests of the of baseline images on the iPhone, in other words, no apps installed, no syncs, there's nothing running. I don't have any contacts, just to prove to you, I don't have any contacts synced up. I've got absolutely no data in my new phone, as well as on my old phone. There is absolutely no data whatsoever. So as you can see, the speed difference in some of these basic moves or basic app launching is not that significant between the the A4 processor on the iPhone 4 and the older 3GS. So that's pretty interesting. I was expecting it to be a lot faster, and I'm not necessarily seeing that in this test. So let me get a couple of apps installed, and let's do some comparison of loading up a couple of apps. So bear with me for 1 second. I'll get some stuff installed on here, and we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so here we are. I went ahead and connected both of the devices to my wireless network, and be curious to see with the 802.11n adapter on the A4, or I'm sorry, the iPhone 4 versus the 3GS. Let's go ahead and open up the App Store and on both devices, and we're going to go ahead and download iBooks. Okay, so here we are. We now have the iBooks application installed on both phones, and let's just go ahead and launch them both at the same time and see which one comes up quicker. There we go. It's asking me to sync my bookmarks. I'll go ahead and say sync. I'll go ahead and say sync. Definitely popped up a lot faster on the iPhone 4 for that, and I'm waiting for the bookshelf. It's supposed to be giving me a free copy of Winnie the Pooh, which should be on my bookshelf, but it appears that it's not coming up. So let's just go ahead and click the store button, and brings up the list. So as you can see, the speed difference is not much different. Let's do one more downloaded app now that we have the password in file. So let's go back to the App Store on both phones, and let's look for a top free 25 app. Let's see one of the ones that I know I'm going to use. Let's go to top 25 free. Let's take a look here. The new Farmville app. I don't want that. Let's see what we have. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead, and I know I want Facebook on my new phone, so I'm going to go ahead and download Facebook on both these devices, and let's see how the speed difference goes here. And install. Figures, I didn't get it. Okay, so it is installing. Of course, it's on the next page over, so we can't see where it's at. iPhone 4 is already done. 3GS is there. Let's go ahead and launch those for a test. And let go. Whoops, I went into delete mode. Let's try this one more time real quick. And they're both loading identical speed and just a fraction of a second faster on the iPhone 4. So there you go. There's a baseline speed test between the two apps. You can see a little bit of a difference in the display and the contrast between the two devices here in this video, and I think I'll dive a little bit deeper in another video on that. So again, thanks for watching. This is Geek with Glasses, and please follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/geekwithglasses. We're going to continue our iPhone 4 tests. I'm going to cover the reception issues that the iPhone 4 is rumored to be having. I'm going to give you a closer look at some of the features in the video display as well as the actual display on the device. We're going to take a look at that here pretty soon. So stay tuned for more iPhone 4 information. Thanks a lot and have a good day.